let's get to cooking. This is what we're doing today at Memaw's house. Hey y'all, here are the ingredients we'll be using today to make our Crockpot pot roast. I'm going to start with a 2.5 pound chuck roast, and I'm going to season that well with steak and chop seasoning, a little Asiago seasoning, some adobo. I have the meat tenderizer out there, but I'm not using that. I don't know why we pulled that out, so disregard that. I'm going to season both sides of the meat very well. This meat can take on a lot of seasoning. Now I'll press this in and I'll massage it in when I get it all on the other side, seasoned on the other side as well. I normally let the meat sit for about 10 minutes, but if you don't have that time, like I don't today, go ahead and sear the meat in a heavy bottom skillet, either a cast iron or a good skillet that's got a heavy bottom, with a little bit of oil on a high heat. That sear will help your meat to absorb the flavorings you put in, the seasonings you put in, so that when you put it in the crock pot, it won't feel like it's being inundated with water. It won't just flush all of the seasonings away. And I'm going to sear this for 3 to 4 minutes on each side. I'm going to speed this up just a little bit. Now let's get side 2 seared. So while side 2 is still searing, I'm going to go ahead and cut up our veggies. I cut up my onion in pretty good sized pieces, as well as my potatoes and carrots. Now I have scrubbed my carrots and my potatoes well. I like to leave my peeling on because that does carry a lot of the nutrients from that vegetable. So I don't want to get rid of all the nutrients if I can just get rid of the dirt and leave the nutrients. So I wash the vegetables very well, scrub them down, and keep the peeling on. You can do whatever you want with your vegetables, but I like to leave the peeling on mine. Now usually when I cook using the crock pot, I would put my ingredients in, my meat, my potatoes, my vegetables, whatever, in first, then add the liquid. But with my pot roast, I put my broth in first, then I add my meat and my vegetables. Now that the broth is in, let's go ahead and get this meat put in the crock pot. And don't forget those pan drippings. That's going to make your meat nice and moist and still seasoned. Then we'll top our meat with our cut up veggies. We'll cover it and then we'll cook it on high for 6 hours. Now the beauty of cooking in this crock pot is that those 6 hours are going to give me plenty of time to get all the stuff done that I need to get done. Now at the end of the cooking time, I like to add a slurry to my broth that's in my crock pot to make it a gravy. So I've just put 2 tablespoons of flour and some water just to make it stirrable, and I will add that into the broth in the crock pot. Now make sure when you're making your slurry that you make it smooth, that you don't have knots in your slurry, knots of flour. You see I'm matching it up against the sides of the dish. I want to mash out any kind of knots that may be there because we don't want knotty gravy. And knotty gravy is never a good gravy, okay? I pour and stir, and I do it in different sections so that I can have a gravy consistency throughout. And then I'll be able to mix it all together and have my gravy. And I do let this cook for about 5 minutes just to get the flour taste, the raw flour taste out of the gravy. Okay, it's time to serve. Let's see what we're talking about. I'm going to serve me and Peepaw a bowl each, and we're going to have dinner. You know, at Memaw's house, if this were my Sunday meal, it would have some hot rolls and some greens or something else to go along with it. But since we just eating this on this weekend evening, because I had to clean my house all day Saturday, we're just going to have us a bowl of beef with some vegetables. And I'll link that hot roll recipe, that video that I did the hot rolls in. I'll link that right above so that you can make you some hot rolls to go with your pot roast in the crock pot. Hey y'all, so my beef is done. I'm going to have a bowl of beef with some potatoes and some carrots, and I'm going to enjoy it. Y'all be blessed. Bye. I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. Thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing. And if you haven't already done so, please feel free to subscribe. And don't forget to comment, like, and share the video. Y'all have a blessed day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.